All right. Let me make sure everything is recording here. Yep, you can hear me. Good. All right. Sorry, no video tonight. Having a little bit of problems with my makeup crew. Anyway, welcome home, Bitcoin truth seekers. It is July 20th, 2022, and that's wild. I'm going to try to get back to doing these darn things. Not going to promise anymore because then it never happens. But really, the market's turning up. This is a good time to find some good trades and make some money. So I need to get these out. So bug me and help me do it. All right, bitcoindailyview.com. I got to update this, but in general, the indicators and stuff that I use are here. All right, I'm going to have to open up some tabs while we go along because right as I was getting ready to do this, I clicked the wrong button and I killed my browser with all my darn tabs in it. So as you guys know, it can be a pain in the ass to get it all set up again. So looking at Bitcoin, let's just go straight to it. Bitcoin today, as we can see recently, this is a 4-hour chart. Recently, we've had a wonderful pump up, some serious velocity, got above the 200, of course. 200 moving average got kind of crossed for good, kind of on 16th of July. But moving up, beautiful pump, got above the 200 moving average. I'm sorry, above the 314 moving average. But on the news today, we kind of dumped a little bit, or maybe just because it was time to retrace a bit. We retraced. Are we going to find support at the top of this channel and also at the 314? I don't know. So let's check this out. If I'm gonna pull this in here so you guys can see. Well, I guess you guys can see it pretty well. So there's the channel. All right, been a beautiful upwards channel here in this 4-hour chart above the 200 moving average. Definitely choppy on the way up. Are we going to keep support above the 314? This purple one here or blue one, depending on how you see it. And then also, of course, we have the channel, this upwards channel. We broke above it. Are we going to find support on the top of this channel or go back into it? We'll see. Right now, we're not quite holding that 314 support on the 4-hour chart. Looking at the 45-minute chart, let's pull all this in. Let's see what happens. Let me actually fire up. Well, the thing is, the directional index here is getting ready to probably go negative. ADX is dropping. Squeeze indicator here in the 45-minute chart shows we're going negative. SMU binary candles are having a hard time working right now. KRI is in the red. Stochastic RSI is getting towards the bottom of oversold. We're still above the 200 moving average here. We can see that there. So, I mean, in general, we're not looking that bad. Now, I'm going to actually fire up, go back to the 4-hour chart here. Let's pull some data in here. I'm going to actually go to daily and check this out. All right, so there is the upwards channel there that you can see, and it looks like, so if I go way back here to where we dumped back on the March of 2020, that's a low in the 3,000s there, I do believe. I think we hit like 3,000 something. Yeah, so that's my bottom for this Fibonacci sequence. This is nice and sticky. It certainly has worked. As you can see, the MACD right now on the daily is very, very positive. That's nice to see. So we tried to hold the 618 golden pocket there for a while. We rode the 618 for a while, kind of like between 10th of May and the 11th of June. Could not handle that at all. We dumped down, found support, a nice wick bounce pretty much. It's a daily chart. Kind of a nice wick bounce there on the 786 fib level. Good to go. I like when things are, when they kind of make sense. So couldn't hold the 618. This did not happen. Dumped down to the 786 fib level. Got back into kind of going above and below the 20 WMA. And then today, I think actually yesterday or today, we broke above the 50 moving average. That's a big deal in the daily chart. I like seeing that. So we're seeing some positive stuff here. Now it's all about, can we continue this uptrend and get back into the 618 golden pocket, which is above 28,810 and 26,727. If we get back in this pocket and start bouncing somewhere, get above the 618, find support on it and keep going, then the next challenge really is the 200 moving average on the daily, which is right around 35,000. That's a ways from where we're at right now, but Bitcoin can move pretty quick once it gets going. And that would also be the .5 fib level around there, around like 36,488. So really, it's all about, have we found the bottom? Are we going to bounce into 786 and move back up? well, we have a slight upwards channel going, which got kind of sparky, pumped today and yesterday too, really got above that 50 moving average. I mean, that's not a bad thing at all. So in general, it's all about, are we going to keep this uptrend or not? This fib sequence has really worked for me. I do like it. I think this is a good spot for the bottom. And I go to the top we had recently on like 8th of November, around there, like 60 some thousand. Wow. Anyway, but we all wish we'd kind of like hedged out then or shorted or something like that. Well, anyway, look, this all fits. It's a beautiful thing. Remember, on the daily chart, we are still below the 200 moving average. So that's kind of ultimately, we're still more bullish than bearish, even if we're having some positive energons right now. But we do have an upwards channel forming. I like that. A 786 would be a logical place to bounce. I was kind of thinking if we did not, then probably we were in a bad spot. And, well, who knows? So anyway, what's going to happen? We shall see. We're at a very logical bounce place. We have this nice upwards channel going on here. Let me go back to this and go to a 4-hour chart, and you can really see it here. A little bit too much there on the screen. Let me actually zero in. Sorry about that. Let me zero in on that. And as you can see, I mean, this is a nice upwards channel. You see it here on the 4-hour chart. We got pretty sparky. We got over top of the we broke up above the top of the channel, got above the 314 moving average, well above the 200 moving average. I mean, just the 4-hour chart and being above the 200 moving average is nice, and also the 2-hour 200 moving average moving a positive upwards tangent on the 4-hour chart's very nice. So right now, really, all eyes are right here. Are we going to keep this 314? Are we going to keep above this channel and bounce? Or are we going to go back into the channel? Really, it's anyone's guess. We'll see. Now, that's what I can tell you. I mean, it's a little bit exciting and then also boring. I like looking at right now the 3-day chart is kind of exciting, because the 3-day, you can really see this fib sequence very, very well here, especially on the 3-day chart. You can see it. We're above the 20 WMA on the purple one here on the 3-day chart. The 314 is a ways away, and so is the 50 moving average, but that's not quite. I'm not quite as concerned about that on the 3-day chart as I am on a 1-day chart. Eventually, the 3-day will keep up with the 1-day chart if it's strong. And right now, the 1-day chart has some good possibility. What I do like here on the 3-day chart, which does really matter to me a great deal, is this beautiful thing right here. The MACD on the 3-day chart is very, very positive. So the 3-day positive MACD, 1-day positive MACD, 1-day, the 1-day chart has some nice moving average crosses. 3-day is slowly catching up, but it is the 3-day. But still, it will eventually catch up to a positive 1-day chart if we keep moving that direction. So it's all about, are we at a 786 bounce or not? And then, of course, also, especially looking at the 1-day chart here, when we start moving up again and we get into this 618 golden pocket, like I say, between 28,810 and 26,727, really, are we going to be able to, my guess is, this is pure conjecture, we'll probably move up here, bounce a little while, go up here, and then eventually find some support and move up off the 618, and then probably start working some resistance, bouncing off the .5 at around 36,488. Then eventually get some energons and continue moving up. That is if we're going to be hitting a bull market. If not, well, we'll see what happens. Really, I feel like kind of somebody who's just been abused too much to ever love again. Because really, I don't know. This is a logical spot to bounce the 786. It should, and if it doesn't, then well, the market's got problems, and I hope you got some experience shorting, because we're going to ride this thing to the ground and then find something else to do with our lives. So here we go. Here's some interesting news, and I'm going to rock through this real quick. If you live in a place that went wild, authoritarian during COVID, you should have got the hell out of there. This climate emergency crap from the president is going to nail your ass down. And where do I see that? I see that here on Disclosed TV. Biden, climate change is an emergency. I'm going to lock your asses down. Fear me. Anyway, the thing is I'm not coming from a bias on this. It's just that I'm looking at the news today. Definitely for a lot of reasons, which I won't even get into on YouTube right now. It does appear this is the next scam. They're going to hammer this thing. And if you did live in a state that you were all wearing masks, well, it's going to probably be worse this time. And why I'm mentioning this is, how do you think that will affect the market? You know, China definitely struggling. Allegedly, there are some who say that some very, very powerful analysts who know China itself, who've lived there and who are, I could even, in the next time I do a video, I'll actually link to a great talk between Misaki and Robert Phoenix. And they actually talked about, Masaki's got some deep insight on China, and they talked about, could its economy have already crashed, and that's why it's doing some of the things that it's doing. You know, interesting idea. Definitely some mental gymnastics to ponder, but I think the more I think about it, the more I look at the news coming out, the more it seems like it could be possible. So anyway, guys, think about this. You got bank runs in China. Its economy is not doing well. Now we're going to have another possible big time lockdown here in this country. And if we do, how do you think that will affect crypto? How do you think that will affect the country? Just something, I mean, a lot of people who listen to this, they also do traditional stocks and all kinds of stuff, from corn futures to plutonium. Okay, so people who listen to this are not just crypto heads. I mostly am, but still, this is interesting. How will this affect the market? Just something to consider. Ponder this and just have a plan. How do you think, you know, some crazy half-ass climate emergency going to lock us down because you won't fall for our other crap, and we need to get control of this crazy thing called the American people and their love of freedom? How are we going to tamp that down? Well, maybe we're seeing it right there. So, like I say, if you live in one of those states, unless you really like wearing masks, well, it might be time to get yourself moving. Like they say down south where I grew up, God helps those that get off their ass. Okay, Tesla converted about 75% Bitcoin purchases into fiat currency worth $336 million. This is sort of true and sort of not. This didn't just happen like today. Some people have actually looked, if I have them here, there's some charts people actually made here on it. I don't think I have them up. Sorry, I dumped everything. I clicked my browser off and I screwed up tremendously. But I had some charts where on Twitter where it kind of showed that they were selling it over some time. It was not necessarily all at once. It's really the news of them having done it that that dumped the market some. And if you look at a 45-minute chart here, let's go to 45-minute. 45-minute. You definitely can. But, you know, you can kind of see how that market definitely affected, that news definitely affected the market. I mean, you can see, you know, there you go. You know, so will we catch the top of this channel or not? We'll see. 45-minute chart strong, 4-hour chart is strong. Let's just see how we, you know, weather this. What I do want to mention, though, is that we definitely have, you know, weekend coming up, and how do you think that's going to affect the market? Strong, you know what I mean? I myself, I must admit, you know, what I did and sell when this thing started turning around, I'm keeping in Bitcoin. I'm going to ride it out, and other crypto trades that I have. But right now, those are kind of in the red. I did hedge out a good deal when it started to turn around, so I only kept some in. So anyway, I am more kind of bearish than bullish, basically. Well, anyway, right now, like I say, if you live, you know, be careful. If you lived in a state that liked masks, you're really going to get it this time. Tesla converted 75% Bitcoin purchase into fiat. That did not help the market when that news came out. Although they did not just do it this second. It's just it came out on the earnings station on their earnings stuff. Let's see what else. Yes, here's some interesting news here. We know about Lord Vader here, what he said. Okay, so BlackRock, BLK, ticker, just lost the largest amount of money lost by a single firm over a 6-month period ever. In their first half of this year, it lost 1.7 trillion of clients' money. Is that not amazing? Alleged. I have not double checked this. I just think it's wonderful. I love this guy, TV dinner guy, unretired. This beautiful tweet here. I gotta like that. where he says like, finally some effing good news. Let's reply to him. Word, my friend. you know Anyway, guys, sorry, I hope this is useful. I had a lot of tabs up. I was going to look at a lot of stuff, but I screwed up. I will say this. If we look here, the Dow is up today, NASDAQ is up today, S&P is up today. It really kind of comes down to how, and also if you look at the S&P 500 in general, it's got some red. It's not quite as strong right now, but earlier in the day, it definitely was a lot more powerful. So it really kind of comes down to looking at futures, indices. Let's see. It's all about what is the futures like for tomorrow for the S&P 500 look like. It looks like right now they're, I'm not even sure how to read this. It looks like they are futures for tomorrow. I guess the open would be down. So if the S&P 500 opens with futures in the green, we're probably going to have a good day. If they're going to be in the red, we're probably not going to have a good day for Bitcoin. Unfortunately, I was looking, and I'm sorry I can't source this right now, but it's like 91. Bitcoin's like 91% correlated to S&P 500. I forget where I saw that, but it was a reliable source. It was on the internet. Okay, so anyway. Watch S&P futures for how the market will open tomorrow, how Bitcoin's probably going to do overnight, and just realize we are looking at a weekend here, and it's all about, will it bounce? Here, look at this beautiful 4-hour chart. Do we see a bounce going to happen here? Three-hour charts are actually very interesting too, but 4-hour chart, are we going to see a bounce here or what? And sorry that is there anything else I can do here? Let me, before we wrap it up, this is a beautiful little channel here. It's all about, we're going to bounce top of this channel, and that would also correspond to the 314 moving average, or not. The 4-hour chart's a good way to see it. 4-hour chart does show that possibility does exist in the indicators, so it very well may. Positive SMU binary candles. Squeeze indicator is still good enough. Directional index is in the green. ADX is in the right spot. KRI is in the green. Stochastic RSI is definitely going down, but it could turn around. It's still in the in the sweet spot, and we are far from the 200 moving average. But we're finding, basically, if you think about it, even with today's news and a bit of a dump, finding some resistance getting above that 314 moving average on the 4-hour chart does make sense. It's weird how like all the moving averages and the things in the chart, like the Fibonacci sequence, levels and such like that, even though they there was news today that kind of dumped Bitcoin, I think, and that probably was the Tesla selling their stock. Probably did create a little bit of market uncertainty, but most people, especially if you look over here at Bitcoin Daily View, if you do go down to longs versus shorts, you can see that most people were betting most of the day on they were shorting. So I mean, it kind of had gone about as far as it was going to go without some retracing. So the news didn't help, but it probably would have retraced anyway. If we do look here at the spot exchanges right now, we're seeing in the red. So basically, volume is trailing off. I know it's only Wednesday, tomorrow's Thursday, but we are kind of going into a weekend. It's all about, can we keep the top of that upwards channel? Can we keep above the 314 moving average? Are we going to start ranging between the 200 and the 314? Especially on the 4-hour chart, we do find that to be, a pretty legit range there. So I mean, if we, like I say, if we, go back here, if we break below, there's a good chance we might come back to the 200 moving average, test that, then kind of bounce between the 200 and 314 before moving up, or just giving up and retesting the 786 fib level. We'll see what happens. It's a crazy world, so you kind of got to just see. I think only I just don't think anybody with any sense would really truly believe that they could predict what's going to happen. I wanted to look at Bitcoin trading volume. Here's a big one. Here's a really big one. 7.7 billion in trading volume. That's massive. It's been hard to get above 3 recently. So Binance rocking almost 6 billion of that. Coinbase almost over $1 billion. I bet Coinbase would have more, but there's been some distrust headed that way. Just basically kind of internet rumors, but some people, there's just negative press on Coinbase, or I bet it would be over $1 billion. Also, people are probably firing up those VPNs and trading on Binance, which they shouldn't do. It's naughty if you're in America. Looking at what else, real quick here. Where's my thing? Sorry guys, sorry that I don't have my act together or completely at this moment. I'm gonna look at this one. Bitcoin, do you know, is that even real? Is it really at 43 at 23 still? Yeah, it is. Okay. So Bitcoin is coming in at 23,184. That's not bad at all. But do note the top 100, most of those are in the red right now. And they're probably just moving towards the red a little bit quicker than Bitcoin is. Be wary. Let the trades come to you. We are really in this. This is an exciting time. Bitcoin's moving up. I hope you're in the green. I hope you can sit a nice trailing take profit, or you can put a limit order in that will sell if this thing dumps, and you can stay in the green on the better side of things. I think we're moving into definitely a time where if things work out, we might be rocking. I see a lot of possibility here in the chart, but we'll see what happens. This is a great moment. I like it. We're making some serious moves. If we truly can find support above this 314 moving average on the 4-hour chart and continue moving up, then I think we are really in a good spot. It's going to take a little bit of time above that 314 moving average and some like higher highs and higher lows moving up, above that, before I really truly have profound confidence in that. And we still are a little ways away on the daily chart to truly call this back into bullish mode. And world news can definitely affect beyond belief these days. So hey guys, it's hard trading right now. There's I just put a link to that in the this chart here in the live chat. It's a crazy world. I'll try to get out. I'll do my best to be here daily and rock these out and give some good insights, some funny news, and have some fun and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, I gotta get back to this. I'll do my best, and I'll try to get on here every day, and hopefully can share some nice setups, because if we can actually, if Bitcoin does find support above this 314 and above this channel and makes this channel top its new support, that is just going to be wonderful, especially if it starts challenging some of these fib levels way up here. As we can go to 3-day, it's easier to see. Yeah, there's this. I'll actually let me share this too. I'm going to put this copy link to chart image. This is definitely going to look too. I'll put this in the live chat. Definitely a worthy little chart. So are we going to get back in that 618 pocket? I have an alert set for 26,000, actually 27,000, because it's only a little bit above 26,727. So if I see my alert hit for 27,000, basically meaning we're back in that golden pocket range of 26,727 to 28,810. We can get above, especially if we can break above that 618 fib level and above this 314 right now here on this. Well, this is on the daily, it's the 3-day, but let's look at something more reasonable to work with for immediate, immediacy. And you can see the that we've broken above the 50 moving average. That's really, really wonderful. Can we hold that? That'd be glorious if we could. Definitely glorious. Well, anyway, I've been rambling. Daily MACD is positive. I love seeing that. We got a lot going for us, and we got definitely a retrace happening right now. So, gird your loins, kind of be ready for anything. And what do you think? Are we going to hold this 314? Are we going to hold this on a 45-minute chart? You can see the top of this channel really well. This kind of shows the channel quite well on the 45-minute chart. You can really get a feel for what's happening there on this 45-minute chart. Are we going to find support there and keep moving up? We are above the 200 moving average, the white moving average here, and I'd love to see a new support found on top of that upwards channel. All right, I'm going to put that in the live chat too. So there's some charts. Anyway, guys, take care, and remember, as always, if I can find it here, I think I had the video. Here it is. I the image somewhere. Yeah, there we go. BitcoinDailyView.com. Check it out. Got stuff for you there. For every Bitcoin Satoshi you own, you make a piece of shit globalist cry. And definitely they're making their move right now. So I'm glad you're making them cry. I'm glad you're part of the peaceful revolution. Do not be pessimistic. Owning one Bitcoin Satoshi might be the most revolutionary act you can do at this time. And it wouldn't hurt to own, like a Doge Satoshi 2 and a Shiba Inu Satoshi and any other Satoshi of your favor, because truly it is the most revolutionary positive act you can possibly do on the planet right now. I do believe, allegedly, not financial advice, nor am I a life coach. Take care, stay strong. I'll do my best to keep kicking these out. And thanks for tuning in. I only kind of started doing this again because I've gotten bugged by a lot of people. You make your damn videos. So I thank the 11 people who actually dig watching these. Let's see if we can make it 22 this coming week.